Because they're so pared down, they lay bare the structure of communication. And that makes it very simple, or I mean, really very complicated to develop, but simple to describe some straightforward models of how you can improve communication. As I've said, these models have been taught to disaffected teenagers. I didn't say, but I can say they've also been taught to small children in kindergarten classes. They've also been used at board level in large corporations. They've been used within government. They've been used within large global NGOs, within the World Bank, within the World Health Organization. They've been used within the police, a whole bunch of different situations. These questions have been used in different ways. The 6 models that I tend to teach, when I'm teaching people like yourselves who want to learn how to use this stuff with groups, these are the models that I teach. The label I put on it all is collaboration dynamics, because most people don't want to learn clean language. They want to learn something that's going to improve their communication, improve their collaboration skills. So that's why I call it collaboration dynamics. The 6 things we do one about really getting clarity about what you want, and getting clarity about what the other person wants, what they think, what they know, what they don't know. Get real clarity, and you cut through a whole lot of difficulty within groups. One of my favorite examples of the way this has been used is in software development. A friend and colleague was doing some final checking of the requirements for a big software project, multi-billion euro software project. And it was between the Dutch bank and a Belgian bank. And in a final workshop, he discovered that the Dutch and the Belgian had subtle differences of meaning in a critical word, a critical piece of jargon. There was a misunderstanding under the surface. And by getting clear, he was able to stop things before the building had started, and he was able to prevent what would have been another of those catastrophic software development failures that you read so much about. So clarity matters. The second one is about being your best at work. What do you need to do your best work, to do your best communication, to engage with people at your best? You've just played a little bit with that kind of question when you're facilitating at your best. We do that kind of model. The third one is on feedback. I know a lot of you will say, I need another feedback model, like I need a hole in the head. However, Caitlin Walker's clean feedback model brings something very new and very unusual to the feedback party. We haven't got time to explore it here, but there's something very special there. The fourth one we do is about overcoming obstacles. A few of you might have come across a chap called Mike Burrows. He's quite well known in the agile world, particularly in the UK. He's operationalized this overcoming obstacles idea with an activity he calls the 15-minute photo, the 15-minute from obstacle to outcome. It's a really pared down, really simple approach to getting people's attention on what they want and less on what they don't want. If you've done much coaching and much group work, you'll know that people find it really easy to say what they don't want, really hard to say what they actually want. So that's where we go in that overcoming obstacles one. Then the number 5 is about conflict and creative conflict. When you're doing creative collaboration, you need to be able to disagree effectively. It's one of the fundamental skills for creative collaborative teams. All the research agrees on that point. So getting people to be able to disagree cleanly and elegantly is an important one. And the final one we love to do is helping people to make decisions that actually stick. Because an awful lot of groups get stuck on just agreeing with, well, you've probably been in the meetings since we've been in the Zoom time, where people will basically agree to anything to get off the call. That's not real decision making. It's just pretend agreement. And if you don't have buy-in to the decision, it's not going to be carried through by the group. So using these clean language questions to make that happen is one of the most important things that groups and teams can learn to do with this stuff.